Another quarterback who everyone has as a top-ranked prospect. Everyone actually has had him penciled into number one forever now, and that's Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence made some eye-raising comments, some eyebrow-raising comments recently about his NFL prospects. I want to get this right. I want to ask you fellas, do these comments bother you? So this is what Trevor Lawrence said, man. It's hard to explain that because I want people to know that I'm passionate about what I do, and it's really important to me, but I don't have this huge chip on my shoulder that everyone's out to get me, and I'm trying to prove everybody wrong. He doubled down by saying, I just don't have that. I can't manufacture that. I don't want to. And then again doubled down by saying, I don't need football to make me feel worthy. Now, fellas, I know some of you guys are gonna say, hey, he's saying these are the right things to say. But I don't know, man. This is a little questionable to someone that's looking at him being the franchise quarterback for the next 10 to 15 seasons. G, I'm starting with you, man. Did you feel any type of way by these comments from Trevor Lawrence?
No, for what? You talking about the cat was a national champion his first year as a starter. Only has like what 3 losses or maybe 6 at most out of 4 years in it. Was he played all 4 years, right? Only played his to his
No,
junior year.
I think three. I think 3 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't lose as many. What chip do you get? He's gonna give you? It is true what he said. He can't manufacture something he didn't go through. And that just showed me he got his head in the right zone. He's coming into a gritty job with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's gonna try to win the job. Well, he is gonna win the job. He's gonna try to win his teams over. See, I mean, and he's coming from Clemson. I'm sure the last Clemson quarterback that got to play, he's a beast. So I'm sure he's gonna be just as much of a beast, even better.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like when I hear I don't got a chip on my shoulder, I can't manufacture. I need my QB to manufacture that chip. I need that chip on your shoulder. I don't know, man. T Boogie, what you think about Trevor Lawrence? Did the comments bother you at all?
Yes and no, right? Because all right, if I'm hiring a guy at McDonald's and he says my passion isn't really the cash register or making nuggets, you know what I'm saying? You're probably happy for him. But when I have $1 billion franchise, you know, for real. But if I got $1 billion franchise, I'm paying a guy $1 million salary, and you can't even lie in the interview. You know what I'm saying? You like by now you know what you should say, you know what you shouldn't say. A guy of his profile and stature, he's been coached on how to respond. But what I realize is he's from a different generation. You know, we're kind of in the middle. The people above us, they had a certain value, certain work ethic, a certain way you presented yourself. The generation below us, all they know is the internet. Like how they present themselves to the world is entirely different. And it reminded me of, and don't kill me, but it reminded me of something that I might have hated for LeBron to say. And when I thought about it, I said, in a sense, right, it might just be a guy that has a ton of pressure, and this is how he blocks out the noise. You know what I'm saying? That's how he gets it done, because performance hasn't been an issue for him. You know what I'm saying? Every step of the way, since he's been a kid, he's been the guy, and he showed up. So the comments don't bother me because he hasn't stumbled.
I feel that. He hasn't stumbled yet, but this might be a sign of things to come. I remember when we had this similar conversation about my guy, Anthony Edwards, that got drafted to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And when he got drafted, he said something to the effect of, you know, I like basketball, but I don't watch it. I don't like it that much. You know, he kind of was in that bag. You know, he didn't care about basketball that much. Right. And everybody, from what I remember, y'all was ragging on him a little bit, man. Y'all was real questionable about Anthony Edwards when he said that. But when Trevor Lawrence says it, you know, it's all good. It's all good. You know, we can look right over that. I don't know. It's a little questionable. Rome, man, what you thinking about Trevor Lawrence comments? Did they bother you at all?
First off, man, I can't believe T isn't bothered by it, man. You supposed to be the elder on the show. Now I got to be the grumpy old man. Let me get my grumpy old man on here real quick, man, because I'm big bothered by it, man. And maybe it's the old school in me, T. You're right. Our generation is in the middle. I'm leaning old school on this one all the way. First of all, my biggest problem with Trevor Lawrence is that he's been crowned. Like y'all said, he's every level he's played on since he was peewee. Throwing football in the backyard, dogging everybody, this, that, and the third. National championship as a freshman. First year starting, whatever. Look, there's a saying. It's called the NFL has a funny way of humbling people. Trevor Lawrence, you don't got a chip on your shoulder yet. Wait till you get to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Wait till everybody knows that you're the golden boy. Wait till linemen like Chase Young coming after you, laying you out. You're going to get a chip on your shoulder real quick. Or if you don't need football, ride out that rookie contract, go on into the sunset. You'll get a hair deal, I'm sure. But look, you better buckle up, bruh. I'm telling you now, man. Like it's pro football. There's a drastic difference between playing in college with guys that are not going to go pro, guys that are going to end up doing something like we're doing or doing something else in life, be a firefighter. I don't know, but you're talking about you know what I mean, like the best of the best in the world. That's who you're going to be playing against. So, like Bryce said, I need my quarterback to develop a chip on the shoulder. Like T said, you got to be able to lie in this interview at least. If you ain't got the chip yet, keep your mouth shut till you get the chip. Because you can't be walking around like this, man. Trevor Lawrence, people are going to remember these comments, and he's going to get humbled. And we'll probably be talking about this again when somebody else brings this up week 1, week 2, and you know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence throws a couple picks.
So,
No,
I mean, that's OG.
Rome, let me ask you a question. Y'all remember those and Bryce, you remember not to like the rain on Dwayne Haskins, but y'all remember his comments after he got drafted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came back to bite him, right? It came back to bite him.
But my boy was talking super spicy with the chip on his shoulder. How did that look? How did that end up aging? Those comments ended up aging.
It came back to bite him.
Not good at all.
I think Josh Rosen had a chip on his shoulder too.
Okay, now we're bringing up guys that didn't work hard. Neither one of those guys were the golden boy that Trevor Lawrence has been. Neither one of the. Why would Trevor Lawrence have a chip on his shoulder? Everybody who's anybody has told him not to have a chip on his shoulder. If he turns on the TV, people probably aren't even mentioning him because he's already the #1 pick. No one's talking about him. We don't even talk about him on our show because he's the consensus #1 pick. Easiest #1 pick in a long time. That's definitely where Jacksonville's going. Since Andrew Luck, right? So he knows that he's the man. Everyone tells him that. He's got the hair. He looks in the mirror, his hair is flowing. He wakes up, his hair is just flowing. Why would he have a chip on his shoulder? He's not gonna get the chip on his shoulder till he gets hit in the mouth in the NFL, man. It happens to everybody. Everybody. The NFL has humbled every player that stepped onto the field.
I just feel like all he was saying is, if I go in and I'm a bust, my life, like I'm not going to jump off a bridge, which is actually ideal. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone can succeed. If you don't, you don't. But you don't want to hear it, right? But at the end of the day, you win. None of it matters. I think he intends on winning. I think he's always intended on winning. That's all he knows. So, I mean, maybe it comes back to bite him. Maybe he earns that chip after playing with the Jags and only winning 6 games. But as of now, I'm not mad at the kid. You know, he's being himself. He's being real.
Those comments don't sound like somebody who intends on winning. Those comments sound like somebody who assumes they're already going to win. Good luck in Jacksonville, though. Real winning organization.
Super.
I don't know. I think I'm somewhere in the middle on this, but Ron, you making some good points, man. I did think those comments, they rubbed me wrong a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But from what we've seen out of Trevor Lawrence, I mean, it's almost like the guy can't be a bust. I mean, if you watch his college career, I mean, I remember that when Deshaun Watson was coming out, Dabo Swinney said this guy's like Michael Jordan. Well, he said Trevor Lawrence is going to be a global icon, like not just an NFL star, but a global icon. If that happens, we're talking about Peyton Manning level. We'll see if he gets there, but I do think he has a chance.